Hello good people and welcome back to Level Up Your Openings. This video is for you, whether or not you've dabbled with c4, the English opening as white. I'd like to talk about common setups and potential mistakes from black. Outright punishable and you gain ELO. Great stuff. I hope this video helps you out. Let's boost that rating. Let's get it.
Round one, fight!
Hey guys, so quick recap. The English opening starts with c4. Idea is to hit d5 there, and then after knight to f6, one of the setups I like is the fianchetto version, the Anglo-Indian defense, and then c5, and then bishop to g2. Mind you, the English defense can be also met by e5 and or the immediate c5 symmetry of sorts. Oh, before I begin, before I forget, if you do like this content, find it tolerable and it's helping your chess journey in some way or form, please leave a like and sub. You have my gratitude. Let's get started. Alright guys, the first setup is a very common kind of idea, but also a common blunder from black. And I want you to spot it if you can. c4, knight to f6 is the English setup. g3 fianchetto, b6, bishop to g2. Kind of weird, but the best way is to just defend there, as opposed to kind of pushing and making all the light square diagonal kind of fragile. Get knight to c3, then e6. You can notice that there's no pawns yet touching each other, but there is tension in the middle. Attack twice, 3 times, defended once, twice, 3 times. And here, simply e4, attacking d5 again. And here, d6, an early mistake. And let's see if you can find it. What is the blunderous response, or rather, the strong response to capitalize on this blunder? In 3, 2, 1. Super simple, guys. I know you're like, I've seen this before. Why are you making a video? Because it still happens in Lightning or even Blitz. e5, strong move. There is a pin. It's, yeah, the rook is pinned. So you take, you lose a piece. And if you defend, you lose the knight. So double attack, essentially. Now we have position 2 of looking at common setups for the English opening where black plays a dubious move. Now you don't want to always rely on black playing a dubious move, but if they do, you can spot it and then take that ELO. Just grab it. We got c4, e5. Knight to c3, attacking d5. Knight to c6, g3. Knight to f6, bishop to g2. And then you have this idea of trying to double your pawn structure, but also developing the bishop there. Here, you double your pawns anyway. After takes, instead of taking here, you take with c takes on d5. And the strongest moves actually moving back. Not here, and not here. But the opponent plays knight to d4. Alright, what happens if they play knight to d4? Why is that a blunder? Why is there tomato sauce in there? Because both of these things are in the same file. Even though this is defended, take away the defense. How do you do that? Well, the answer in 3, 2, 1. White wins a piece here with a simple e3. Strong move. Yeah? And 2 retreat squares are here and here. But they're both bunched up. I stuttered there. So, knight to f5 leads to what? Hits. You can't save both. And knight to b5 leads to what? Hits. So after that, just gobble that up. See, even when the opponent blunders, you still have to work for it, so you need to see the patterns. In Blitz, this can happen. Alright guys, position number 3, we have knight to f3, which looks very Zuckerzort Reti-ish. c5 to c4, it turns into the English. Knight to c6, knight to c3, knight to f6. And here, less of this. First, an immediate attack on the center with d4. Central tension. C takes d, knight takes d, e6. Just disallowing any knight to b5 ideas there. Then we fianchetto with g3, e6, bishop to g2, bishop to e7, castle king, both sides complete the development, and we have now e4. Attacking once, twice, 3, and 4, d5. Queen to c7, logical ideas. And now we have b3. b3 supports the pawn, but more importantly, if you kind of want to look at this diagonal, bishop to b2 is coming. So bishop to c5 by the opponent, attacking it twice. You could capture here, or in this setup, knight to c2. Preparing potentially the idea of a push there on d5. So you play this move, not bishop to b2, but a prying move. So the essence of the position works if there is tension here. And this is a bit of positional trap, because that's a blunder. Why is that a blunder? There is nothing defending a d5 any longer. And while there isn't an immediate tactical capture, this position falls apart quickly for black. You cannot push here anymore. That is locked. So you repin, and your opponent tries as hard as they can, but you simply take, and now you have the square. Very tricky. And if, say, the queen, well, you're attacking the queen and trying to ruin this position, these officials, the bishop and the rook, are underdeveloped. So you try to salvage the position, but then here comes the next positional idea, knight c to e3. Attacking twice. This is a beautiful outpost, by the way, in these kind of positions. The opponent has the bishop here, but they're locked behind pawns. The potential of the double bishop is not realized when time is not of the essence, and there's pawns all over the board. So g6 is a blunder. The strongest move is actually queen to f8. This just ends the game. And this is the sideline of this variation. You want to guess how to end the game? If this queen is the only one defending the f6 square, what ends the game here? The answer in 3, 2, and 1. White wins with a bone-crunching and absolutely game-ending c5. Brilliant move. Why is that? Because if you take, well, then you drop. If you try to keep defending it, well, then there's a fork. If you go back, well, then it drops. It's just goodbye. Game ending. So, after bishop to f4, the queen meanders on a5. Yeah? But then in this line, knight to a4. Again, the idea of trying to get rid of this piece. Yeah. But in this position, because of the threat of capture, and then the idea of planting bishop to d6, the opponent plays the tomato sauce. And in this position, the game is, well, technically massive advantage. What's the strongest move in this position, guys? I'll give you guys the answer in 3, 2, 1. Not only is d5 completely compromised, this piece is only defended by the queen. So what do? You kick out the queen. Queen can't go here. You go here. You simply chomp it. If you try to defend, and maybe as white you're thinking, oh, I could pin there. Just take this. Strong move. And after takes, goodbye. So this is actually quite technical, because it's just going back. What does black play here if they don't fall for the trap or they understand that they need to give up this bishop? It's simply this move. Tension here still. You don't create a massive weakness. You have ideas rook to c1. Right? Because any other move, actually going back here, even if this wasn't pushed, this is still, sorry, knight to a4, this is still, something like this is still a blunder. Because the only thing protecting this, and you're attacking it once, defended once, again, you repeat moves, can't do much. This drops. So, quick recap, knight to f3, c5, c4, knight to c6, knight to c3, knight to f6, d4 attacking the center, and immediately. Takes, a6, g3, fianchetto, e6, boom. And now attacking the center with e4. Fianchetto ideas? Well, you retreat. Don't exchange, and you hit the queen. Again, that would be a blunder, and as white, you're winning here, massively winning. If you understand that d5 is now yours. Push, takes, hit, and then you reroute. Yeah, this is like crushing. So, after bishop to f4, the queen may go here. So you attack the bishop. The bishop has to retreat if it doesn't, and the opponent plays e5 and or the blunders h6, which we'll put a blunder on. Bishop 2, d2 ends the game, because you're up a piece. Voila! Hope you guys enjoyed that and got something out of it. I'll see you guys later.